Alrighty folks, welcome back for some more Crackpack. Asos here, of course, a couple people on today, just hanging out, and I've been thinking about / working on getting the big reactor set up, but the problem is I'm in a little bit of a catch-22. Alright, let's come down here. I want to make a big reactor. I'm not going to go down there just yet. I want to make a big reactor, but I want to make an ME system, and I want to get the quarry running. And I want the output of the quarry to go to an auto processing system that goes into the ME system that gives me access through terminals all over the base. But I need materials to do all that, and I need an ME system to help me craft, and it's a little all round and round and just catch-22. Anyway, long story short, and I need places to do stuff. So I dug this out last night with a hammer, and it didn't take that long. We are at Y57, so we're just down below the base, and unfortunately that's as far down as the elevator can go and still work. So either I'm going to have to build up a little pillar here for it, or I'm going to have to lower the one above it down a couple blocks, which is probably what I'll do. So I wanted to start building this room, and I think I'm going to use factory blocks and maybe some Futura blocks and some stuff. And then I started looking at how much time and resources that's going to take, and I went, yeah, that's going to be let's go here. That's going to be a lot easier if we get the quarry running, and I'll have a bunch of resources to work with. So, long story short, we're going to go get a big reactor set up in the mining world. And, hey, where are we? There we go. Get a big reactor set up. I'm just going to put it here in the mining world for now, and we're going to do some real basic barrel sort kind of setup back at the base for now. And lots bigger plans, but I think for the moment this will be the way to do it. So, pardon me. Every single time, start recording, and then your throat's like, oh, didn't you know? You need to, yeah. Anyway, okay. So this ran a little bit. I've given it the capacitor a couple of times here, and well, I think just one more time than you guys have seen. And you know that's 5 million RF plus this has what, a 10 million RF buffer. Or is it 100? There's so many zeros there. Yeah, 10 million RF buffer. So that basically drains completely into there, and then it runs for a while and then stops, which has been fine. I've gotten a few things, but let's do a little better. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a basic big reactor and get going with something a little more fun, a little better power. Okay, so we're going to want that and that and that and a controller. Alright, and we're going to build a 3x5 internal. Move it, chicken. Be gone. 3x5 internal reactor. So that's going to mean what? 7 by things. The chicken distracted me. It's not fair. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, I already went one too far, didn't I? I was trying to say numbers and stuff while I was doing it. So 3 internal by 5 internal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Yeah. It's early, and maybe I shouldn't be recording early because all of a sudden I'm like, wow, brain no worky. Probably should have had my Wheaties first or whatever. But anyway, we're going to do this. It's going to be great. Okay, so basically, for those who haven't done big reactors, I'll just go through the basics. This is reactor casings. You make reactor casings with yellorium ingots, iron, and graphite bars. Graphite bars you get from smelting coal or graphite dust. I don't know how you get graphite dust. Oh, well, just grinding up graphite bars, apparently. Smelting coal or charcoal. So those are really easy to get. Just plant a few oak trees and you can have all the graphite bars you really want. To make the big reactor, we have to make an outer frame out of these casings, and then the rest of it can be either frames like casings like this, or we can use glass, which is going to look much cooler, so we're going to do glass. Okay, and I wanted to make it 3 tall internal. Oh, good, reset. Always with the timing. Anyway, all right, so we're going to do this 3 by 3 by 5 internal, and of course this is not the smallest reactor. It's definitely nowhere near the biggest, but it should be sufficient to Oh, interesting. It's like, hey, yeah, that's not what I wanted. I right-clicked and it placed the controller. Yeah. Anyway, it's like, hey, that's not a valid reactor. Gee, really? No, come on. That looks like a completely valid reactor, doesn't it? Okay, enough of that silliness. Let's go ahead and make some glass up. Now, I think it was shaped. Let's check. Is it shaped or not shaped? Yes, it's shaped. Okay, so we need a crafting bench. Do I have one here? No. Easy enough to rectify. Give crafting station. Thank you. Boom, like so, and like this. There we go. So basically exactly the same, except that glass cannot be used for the corners. For the edges, for the frame, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I think it actually can be, yeah, of course it can be used there, and it can be used on the top, but we're going to do like this, make it all nice and pretty, totally not misplace it. And I think we're going to need a lot more glass, aren't we? I hope I have enough bits. So there is a big reactor simulator, and there's a million ways you can build these things. And I have spent some time messing with the simulator. Well, this time and last time I've done big reactors. Every time I've done big reactors, because it's just kind of, it's a mini game, just sitting there messing with the simulator and trying to figure out the most cost effective, the most power, the most efficient, whatever you want to make. Yeah, I know. Not enough control rods. We'll get to that in a minute. Alright, so we're close on the glass. Let's actually go ahead and do the control rods now. This is what I would consider a decent, small-ish reactor. It's not the smallest, but it's reasonably small, reasonably easy to make. It's only going to take you a couple of stacks of reactor casings, which again, you get 4 per set of iron and yellorite and whatever, so, or yellorium, sorry. So it's not that big a deal, but anyway, so there's your fuel rods, your control rods, and that's basically all you need except for a controller. And I think we can place you... Actually, we're going to have to do one more thing, but let me just try this. Will that place? Yes, it does place... Okay, it's just got the texture has the thing on all sides. Cool. And this is going to say not valid for interior. Oh, not valid for interior. What? Why does it say not valid for interior? I don't know. It's probably just because we don't have all the bits placed yet. Alright, but anyway, we're going to actually break this for now because we want some cooling. So big reactors. Okay, so your yellorium goes into these, and that's where the control rods determine how fast the reaction goes. These make the reactivity, or make the reaction, and if you put them next to each other, they kind of enhance each other. So this one makes what's the word? Radiation. Good grief. This one makes radiation, and that goes outward. It goes north, south, east, and west. It does not go diagonally. So reactivity going out and hitting the casing will make it hotter. Reactivity going out and hitting an adjacent fuel rod will actually enhance the reactivity of the reactor and give you more power, but also more heat. So anyway, long story short, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this, and a lot of things if you want to get really advanced with it. But we want some form of cooling, and the best form of cooling, give me a bucket. The best form of cooling for the outer layer, right before you get to the case, is resonant ender. So melt down a few pearls and get yourself some resonant ender, and flowing works just as well as source blocks. So we're going to go ahead and put that, yes, on this level, and that should flow out to the sides. Yep, and that will basically work for that entire side. So that's another reason I like this, is it's very easy to go ahead and insulate the outside. And again, on this side, it doesn't matter that these corners are filled, because these don't radiate diagonally, they only radiate in the cardinal directions. On this side, however, it does matter, because these guys are going to radiate north, south, east, well, north and, what am I facing? South. North and south here. So you do want this extra bit along the side. So anyway, 4 buckets of Enderium, easily placed, and you will have yourself an insulated reactor. Insulated, cooled, whatever it is. Something like that. Alright, so next we're going... Oh yeah, right. We didn't actually finish that. You guys know Resonant Ender, right, by the way? If you step in it. It teleports you to a random location, not too far away. Oh, unless you're in Skyblock, I think it was. They changed it so that it could teleport you like 1,000,000 blocks or something ridiculous. It was nuts. Alright, anyway, whatever. Okay, let's put a reactor port here. And a power tap. Yeah, let's put you down here. Probably should have put it right there, but whatever. This will be close enough. And we need one more piece of glass. Let's see. 1 piece of glass there, and 3, 6, 9. 9 more pieces of glass there. So 10 total. Hey, we are right on pretty much, aren't we? And that's shaped. Can't do it in our internal crafting grid, so let's do this. Okay. Finish you off. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it just formed multi-block. Yay! So, as soon as we place that last piece, you can see the texture change is now a multi-block structure, and we can do stuff with it. Take a look in the controller, and we can turn it on and off from here. And we can see how much fuel it has, how hot the casing is, how hot the core is, and how much energy buffer it has. So we're going to want to make one of these guys an input. Let's do inlet mode, and I'm not going to feed this a ton of power Yellorium yet. Alright, so it just ate all that up and halfway filled. Actually, no. We do want the core to be full at least once. See, I'm sitting here thinking, if I completely fill this and then the core ends, I'm going to want to tear this down and move it at some point. Whatever. We're going to have all the... There we go. At least it's completely full once. Let's put one more in. We're going to want to move this, and when we move it, we're going to lose any RF and any Yellorium that's in it. But we're going to have tons and tons and tons of fuel stuff soon. Alright, we're going to want you to eject waste and outlet mode, and then we can actually stick a... I don't think a chest will work directly. We have to pull out of there. But basically, we can put a chest here to put in the Yellorium if we want, which I'm not going to do right now, and put one here to spit out the cyanite. Cyanite? Plutonium? Whatever comes out when we're done. So the next thing we want to do is, let's hook up some power. Oh, I only made a couple. Alright, fine. Sure. Let's do this. Get that. Go in there, that's fine. And we're going to be like right here. The fun part of that is when the power tap and stuff ends up inside of the... Oh, good. Restart. Ends up inside of the reactor and hits the resonant ender, and then it just goes teleporting away. That's the fun part. Alright, well, let's get the cables on, and then it looks like it's going to be time for a restart, and then we'll turn it on as soon as we get back. So we'll go ahead and let this start draining out. We are, yes. So it's filling up this internal buffer right now. I only put this here because I want to use it to see how fast we are using, how fast we're gaining or losing power. That's basically its only point. So be right back after the restart. See you in a second. Alright, and we're back. Server rebooted and I got up and stretched, so hopefully I'm a little bit more coherent here. A little bit more awake. Yeah. Sorry guys, I felt like the words were just not coming to me very well. That last little segment. Okay, so you're out of power. Well, and we've transferred it all into here. So obviously this thing is not taking 5,000 RF per tick because it's filling that internal buffer and then running for quite a while on it. Now that's an interesting thing. Looks like it uses power even though it has nowhere to output the ores to. It's not continuing, is it? No, it's stopped. That's sort of annoying. Alright, so, well, I haven't finished the other end, but yeah, so it's using up power even though it actually isn't doing any work at the moment, but whatever. That's fine. Okay, so I think we're ready to turn it on. We got one extra Yellorium ingot, and again, I'm only doing that because I actually want this to deplete most of the fuel before I end up tearing it out and moving it somewhere else. So anyway, let's turn it on. Good thing is this thing is big reactors can't explode. So if you mess it up, well, there's really no way to mess it up. There's ways to make better or worse reactors, but there's no real way to completely mess it up and explode things at this point. All right, so where are we at? We are at 986. That's actually pretty darn good. I forgot. I was going to check the control. Yep. Okay. So we're at 985C, 4 kilo RF, 4.3 K RF per tick, and you can output 5 and input 5. So what you're currently doing is outputting everything into here to fill this internal buffer, and then once that fills, we'll see the plus 4.3 K into here. However, we can make this more efficient because we don't need 4K RF. We can make this more efficient by getting this temperature down to about 725. So it's going to give us less energy, but it's also going to use less millibuckets of Yellorium per tick. Oh, and here's the reactivity, by the way. So we got 405% reactivity because these three guys are all radiating into each other and increasing reactivity. That's the word. Okay, we're going to right click on a control rod, and then where is it? Control will change all rods. So what I want is, that'll do 10. I want about 15%, I think it is. Alt. So control alt click, not control alt delete, should give us about somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 or 700. Actually, that's still pretty warm. All right. I think I had, so about 900 actually is your best bet for the most power for a decent amount of efficiency. But if you want the most efficiency, you're going to want to go closer to 700. 725 I think is where it ends up being the best. So we're getting a little bit less RF per tick, but we're also using less Yellorium. Fuel burn-up rate, there we go. Alright, 800? Wow, we can really turn this thing down, huh? Let's turn it down to like halfway. There we go. Okay, well, now we're down below 600. That was too far. Alright, let's go 35%. Try to dial this in just a little bit. There we go, 700. There, that looks pretty good. Okay, so yeah, around 725. That should be your best efficiency possible. So if it gets too cold, you don't make enough power, and if it gets too hot, you burn fuel too fast. 725 with coolant should be about your best bet. And do we have an output? We have one cyanide ingot output now, which means we use this one up and moving on to the second one. So let's see how we're doing down here. You are full, of course. You are now getting your plus 2500. So you're getting plus 2500 and you're generating 3K. So we're using about 500 RF per tick, it looks like, on the Ender Quarry. Got it. Well, that will be plenty. So let's go get the other side going, and then, you know, I didn't do this. I'm sure it's fine because I checked this before, but you obviously want to make sure this is in the same chunk, if it's a different dimension or whatever. Same chunk as your Ender Quarry. Otherwise, this will all unload once we leave the dimension and bad things. All right, and you got a 10 million or 100 million, whatever, RF buffer in there. Okay, so we're making lots of power now. And not a lot, but a decent amount of lots. And now it's time. What am I in? Blaze form. That should be fine. Don't go through these portals in crow or bat form because you'll end up dead. Well, you might end up dead. You get stuck on the ground a lot of times. All right, so let's go over here. And again, we're at. Let's just do something quick and dirty so that I can get some materials going and I can do better stuff. So sure, we'll make a barrel of stone. What I want to do is preload these and then turn them on. So stone, obsidian. I can make obsidian, but it does cost lava, so fine. If we get obsidian, we can do that. Iron, copper, silver, Osmium. We'll have lots of osmium. And I'll show you a little trick about making these barrels that I did. Because making barrels, and especially making upgrades for barrels, is kind of a pain. Coal will get lots of you. What else? That's tin and electrotine. Those are two more. And then we're going to use that draconic chest as our overflow chest for the moment. So, alright, that should be all good. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Set you for... Oh, hello. There. Set you for extract. You have nowhere to go to right now, so let's start setting these as inserts. Okay, and I think the last couple we don't want to turn on just yet. Was it this one? Next one. Actually, the top one's fine. It's the bottom one we don't want to turn on just yet. Alright, turn all you guys to inserts. Let's make sure it's working. Yes. Alright, so we're mostly getting stone, which is fine, until the barrel fills, and then that's not so fun anymore. So then we have to do something with the excess, which is why I made... Hey, can I not get into here? Oh, I can. The bounding box looked weird. Which is why I made a trash can, and we'll have a draconic chest. Oh, you were already on insert. Okay, well, there you go. Guess I did that earlier. Alright, so now what do we need to deal with? There's big backlog, of course. We can fix that. Let's just grab all the stone, Control-Shift to get all that, and then do a little sorty sort. Alright, and where's the draconic chest? I think it's down here. Grab you. And we'll put you... Well, we'll just put you right on top here. So trash can's back there. We'll go ahead and throw you on top here. Oh, and you've already got a whole bunch of stuff. Right. Well, that's fine. Clear out your stone. Sort. I'll clear that out later. That's fine. And we want to get little so that we can get under here and change that to insert. And we want to make your priority lower than the barrels so that you will get it last. Oh, come on. There we go. Insert, priority -1. So you won't get anything unless there isn't a barrel for it to go to. Redstone. We need a barrel for redstone, yes. Get you turned on. Can I please? No, not that one. There. Insert. Alright, so we should just basically see extra stuff come out of here for the moment. And anything we need to take care of, we'll go ahead and put it in barrels. I think the rest of this should be good. Let's just go ahead. Oh, yellorium. That's another one. Salt, I don't know. I don't know if I care about salt at all, honestly. Where'd that yellorite go? Yeah, yellorite ore, but yellorium ingots. That's why I always get them switched, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, and insert, please. Okay, and then finally, if you have nowhere else to go, well... I think we're going to actually filter. I was just going to make this low priority and say, look, if you have nowhere else to go, go ahead and trash it. But that's not true, because even if everything fills up and backs up, I don't want it throwing away actual good ores. We're going to go ahead and filter it. So let's see. We can filter it in here with a extra utilities item filter, or we can filter it in here with one of these. I don't care either way, honestly. I think I made up one filter. Where did I put it? Is it in here? No. Alright, let's make up the extra utilities ones, because I don't think a lot of people use those, and they're kind of interesting. So, filter. Also, these basic filters don't exactly have a lot of slots in them, although I'm not sure there's a whole lot of things we would want to filter. Alright, so let's make an item filter for redstone, 4 sticks, and 1 string. That's not where the string is. String is here. Redstone is here. And item filter go. Alright, so now we can... The only gotcha with this is we have to make sure to set this to an extract anytime we take the filter out. Otherwise it's going to just trash everything. Alright, so what do we want to filter? We want to filter stone for sure. And probably andesite and all that stuff. So let's grab like, oh jeez, look at all the stuff I got in my inventory. Alright, actually yeah, you go. And go. Alright, there we go. So andesite and diorite and granite we're going to want to do you guys. Let's go ahead and sort. Limestone, marble, diorite. I feel like I'm missing one, but anyway, right click this in the air, and then we can filter stone, diorite, andesite, granite, limestone. Here's granite, marble. So I'm still missing the andesite. That's the one I was missing. Where are you? That's diorite. Here it is, andesite. There we go. Come on. Alright, so that's basically all the stone types. Do I want barrels of these? I suppose. I should probably like make one barrel of each. That's fine. And then we can go ahead and insert... actually, no. Insert the item filter first. So only... You can invert this too. One second. I'm trying to remember... Yeah, there we go. Inverted. So... Yes, and you can place filters within filters, so if you run out of spots, you just make another filter and put it inside the one you have. Question is, do I want it inverted? No, I want to filter. I only want the items that I've told it that are able to go in here to go into here. I'm going to actually make it a chest to get started, which means then I can't use that. Alright, fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's go say, let me make it a chest, and that way we can actually verify that it's working properly. But let's make you the lowest priority. So first it'll try to do barrels because they're the highest priority. Then it'll try to do the draconium chest because it's the second priority. Then it'll try to do the trash can, and it can only do the trash can if it has something that matches the filter in it. But that would mean that all marble, for instance, should currently be getting trashed because it can't go here. Oh, well, no. Marble will end up here. And that's such a big chest, there's no way to easily and quickly... Oh, look, diamonds. We should probably not trash those. There's no way to quickly and easily stop it from going... Well, actually there is. Hold on. Insert, please. Priority 0 is fine. So let's do this for just a second. We're going to lose a few items here, but it's really no big deal. Let's turn you off. Come on. Hey, can I please? Yeah, let's put you back to extract mode. So now if there isn't a barrel for it, it's going to try to go into here. And things that aren't on that filter... There you go, gravel. Gravel is not on the filter, although maybe it should be, probably should be. So gravel has nowhere to go at the moment. Stone, on the other hand, is on the list, and it is going in there. Okay, so I just wanted to confirm that we did not need to invert that. Alright, I think that's about it. I'm going to add some more barrels here. Oh yeah, barrels. Add some more barrels and tweak it a little bit based on whatever's coming in. But I wanted to talk about upgrades. I made a bunch. These are a little bit of a pain to make, so let's talk for a second about how to make upgrades and make a bunch of them quickly. So, and barrels actually. So what do I got? Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 1. Let's grab some Mark 2s. Alright, so with Java barrels, you need, well, let me grab a stack of wood. Hey, come here. With Java barrels, they hold one. We'll do stone, not that we need to do stone, but it's about to fill up so we can show easily. There you go. So now that that's full, it's going to start putting stone in here. And basically, oh yeah, that's a problem. I'm going to want to blacklist this so it doesn't put stone and other junk in here, aren't I? Yep, we'll do that. Anyway, for the moment, we're going to do some upgrades. So first of all, you have to give it a structural upgrade, which takes fences plus something. So it starts out with, let's just go to NEI. Starts out with planks, and then it goes to iron, and then it goes to gold, and on up to diamonds and stuff. I don't understand why diamonds is before obsidian, but whatever. And what this does is add slots, and the slots allow you to add actual upgrades. And the one we're going to want, of course, is the storage upgrade. So we're going to right-click with a structural upgrade, and it'll give it one slot. Let's see, does that NEI show that somewhere? Or do I have to shift right? There we go. Shift right-click. So if I'm holding one of these, you can actually see it on the barrel. If you're not holding one, though, you can't actually see the what upgrades it has, which is a little bit annoying. Anyway, so now I can shift right-click, and it will upgrade that and allow it to accept twice as much. And then if I give it a Mark II upgrade, I can now add more stuff. So it's got 2 of 3 slots open. I could add 2 more storage upgrades, Or I could add, like, say, a void upgrade. So once that fills, it just starts voiding stuff. However, this is all kind of a pain to make manually. So I did this one? Yeah. I did a bunch of recipes in the RF Tools Crafter. And basically, it now knows how to make wood planks and better barrels and chests and fences and sticks and some of the upgrades. And there's probably a better way to do this more efficiently, but basically, if you just throw some stuff in here, bam, 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 there you go. Bunch of stuff happens, and there you go. Mark 1 upgrades. If I throw some iron in there and then throw some logs in there, I'll get some Mark 2 upgrades, etc. But and some barrels and some pistons if I throw some redstone in there. The thing is, it kind of tries to do everything. So you might end up with a bunch of Mark 1s and not some Mark 2s or whatever. Like right there, I just made a dozen Mark 1s that I probably don't actually need, but that's fine. Since it's just wood and some basic components, it's really not a big deal. But yeah, there we go. Actually, do we have some more barrels in here? Not that one. Did I? Oh yeah, I did pistons over here because I ran out of spots. So if I throw some iron in here, then we'll get a bunch of pistons, which is actually nice because you pretty much always end up needing pistons for something. So, all right, so I'm going to monitor this for a bit, add another row of barrel. That's not what we wanted. Can I please fly? Thank you. I have to get back and face the correct direction here. I'm going to monitor this for a little bit and add some more filters and stuff, and that'll be good for now. Like I said, this is the... Man, that's slow. Yeah, I know. It's the wrong item, but the right item is in the right tool is in here. Okay, this is our temporary solution because I just need some basic income, some basic material income to be able to manually deal with this stuff for a while until we get the room set up and get to some better stuff. So that's it for the moment. Let's run back real quick to finish things out, and that's all fine. Run back over there and take a quick look at the reactor just to finish things out here. So where are we going? Down here. And while Bat and Crow, Forest Raven mode will kill you going through that thing, Wisp seems fine because Wisp is slightly larger even though it's still 1 by 1, I guess. Alright, how are we doing over here? 8,000 blocks scanned. Our ender chest is doing fine. You are now doing... Yeah, that's annoying. So you can't really tell how much power it's using. Actually, we can. We can just turn off the input. So make the input... well, just turn it off. Make it 0. And now we should be able to tell roughly what it's using. And it's going to change because each block it breaks takes a different amount of power. But we can see in general. So 700, 780, whatever, 600. So somewhere in the neighborhood of 700, depending on what it's digging. So if it's digging obsidian, it takes more power than if it's digging dirt, and everything in between. So there you go. All right, that's looking pretty good. We've got 5 million RF here. We've got 10 million RF here, presuming it's full, and it is. And we're down 7 pieces of cyanide, or yellorium. So we're actually burning through it a little bit. Now notice, since it's getting less and less fuel, it's actually cooling off. And that's okay. I mean, normally you wouldn't want to run it this way, but like I said, I want to kind of drain this out and not waste a bunch of yellorite before I move it. So that's fine for now. I'm going to let that keep running. I think I'll go ahead and turn it back. Well, no. I was going to say I'm going to turn it back up, but we're only using 700 and we're generating 2.5k, so it's wasting a whole bunch right now. Let's turn it off for the moment. What we would actually want is to automate this, but we can do that in a different episode because I wasn't going to bother automating it while it's sitting over here temporarily. Alright, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it as always, and we'll catch you in the next one.